Welcome to the High-Tech Investments News Report for Week 15. The news report covers some of the many investments projects High-Tech Investments is currently involved in so you can follow our progress. We hope you will enjoy this news feed and look forward to your comments and remarks.
Hi, Bo here, and welcome back to this week's news report that has a range of information now regarding Elevate Pass. They have a new partner. We did a video on that in this particular week. We have news also on the Trillant platform where we're going to have a look at the upcoming raffle. On top of this, we have a new Decenomy coin moving forward in a good and positive manner. We'll have to see if that's going to continue. And then on top, of course, we have still our money tree. We have our profit retriever. We have Alex from Expert Forex, all with new information and videos. So let's get started on this particular week. We last week just mentioned that the quarterly profit for yield notes was in 5%, and we received that on the platform itself. Yes, we cannot get this one paid out. We know all about it. It will only be at the end of 2023, but still paper money is still better than no money whatsoever. And on top of this, we also expecting a bit of news on the NFTs that hopefully should have something coming out very shortly, sometime at the end of April at the latest. Now, we already mentioned here, payday is here, and we made a video on that also in this particular last week. And that way you can go in and have a closer look at exactly what is there, the roadmap ahead. This is about 10 days old. So basically we are taking some of the information that the CEO Steve gave us and then basically putting our own spin to this to see exactly what is coming, what you can expect. Obviously, there's still a long way to go when it comes to yield notes, but at least you have the latest information right here. Now, if we have a look at the SAPP Sapphire coin, the first one of the Decenomy coins, and obviously also the main part that has driven Decenomy and yield notes in the past, we can see here that the return on the investment on the iHost MN website is pretty much the same as last week. We're looking at 53%. And also in this particular week, we can see that shared masternoding has gone up by 2.5%, which is quite normal. It's roughly in that area. And then overall coin development, we have taken a nice little jump forward, about 6% on the overall coin development. And that is good news and great to see. Obviously, it still has something also to do with the price of Bitcoin as we expect at the moment, and that is up, and that will be later in the video. Now you can see a small little trend on the graph there. It's very small, but obviously anything going upwards is good for us, and we hope that this can turn into something a lot more, especially when we see NFTs and exactly what that means for us. There might be an opportunity where you can go in and reinvest also at one point when you feel comfortable that that is the time. PNY doesn't really move much here, so the only thing that has moved in the positive direction, so to speak, is the return on the investment per year. It was 64% last week. Now it's past 80%, and that also means that we are back up to about 10% for the week, which is great news. The only not so good news is basically the coin development has hardly moved. We are looking at the small little digits in order to see overall improvement. And the graph also this particular week is still flat as a pancake. Nothing is really happening on this particular coin. If we go to Birake, that has been in a positive move for the last many weeks here now. So look very positive. And also here on the return on the investment, that has gone up 148% last week. And now we're looking at 185%. So definitely a good development, as you can see here. And we're looking about 8% for that particular one on the shared masternoding. So that is a good progress. But unfortunately, the overall coin development, so with the price, has actually just dropped in the last 24 hours, which means that we were up about 45% and now we're down to 36, obviously still in plus. And that's the only positive thing we can take from that at the moment. Now you can see the graph here. It has been on a downwards trajectory months back. Since then, it has gone forward. And we are kind of sort of used to seeing now here that the jigsaw puzzle that goes a bit up, a bit down, a bit sideways for Birake here. But overall, I think the trend is still in a positive one. Now, a quick look at Bitcoin. That has certainly developed in the last week. It was pretty much trading sideways around the $28,000 mark. And then here, just after the weekend, we can see that things started to move. And for the first time in an extremely long time, we are seeing Bitcoin back now into the $30,000 mark. And for now, it's actually trading sideways, as you can see here. And we'll have to see if that is a continuing trend, or we're going to see that one even higher in the next couple of weeks. Elevate Pass, nothing new, at least for the profit for week 15. That is still zero. But on top of this, there is plenty of news. We mentioned some of it last week. And we have also done this particular video for this week for Elevate Pass. They have added a new partner in here. And in this particular video, we are showing you that they have added a new partner in order to try and come back in some way, shape and form. So with the Elevate platform, and that is with Abundant Staking. So Abundant Staking is a separate company, but is now linked together with your Elevate Pass platform. You can go in through the tab opportunity, and then you can see how you can get started. It is basically a USD staking part, and every 2 weeks there will be an opportunity to go in, and you can get somewhere between 2.5% and up to 7.5% over those particular 2 weeks. And they will basically stay in there, the money, until you have 250% back. And there's a lot more explanations in the video that I showed you just before. If we have a quick look at the BNB, that doesn't exactly follow. So the Bitcoin, the first part of trading sideways, it did around the $310 mark. And then it also took a jump up, similar to what Bitcoin did at 330. So we haven't seen that one that high for a bit. But since then, it has actually slidden down the slope again here and is currently trading again sideways now here, $318. And we'll have to see if that continues. The good part is that we continue to see the BNB over 300, which seems to be a bit of a magic number. On top of this, we have Trillant, and we have obviously news from the Trillant platform also this particular week. We can see here still that the Trillando and the marketplace is developing, and there is still some limitations also for this, where some of the stores are limited to $25,000 or trillion per month at the moment, so they will only be paid out. And that is basically the notification coming out on this week's news. And on top of this, there's also the Trillant, the live raffle draw that will be done on the 19th of March. And you can join that live and see Birake, so the CEO of Trillant, doing this electronic raffle as we have seen before. Now this time around, again, similar to last month, it is everybody who has basically invested more than $500 into the platform and has also staked that on the Tree coin over 52 weeks. And there's a couple of other things that you have to do also to make sure that you can be part of that raffle. But those are normally explained also within the video itself and on the apps. If we have a look at exactly what that means that obviously you don't have to go into the raffle, but you can go in and simply stake whatever you want. Short term is 4, 9, and 26 weeks. Or you can do exactly what we do here, lock it in for 52 weeks, because you get a higher yield of 50% over that year, and that is paid out over the 52 weeks that we normally have in a year. And then you can reinvest that, or you can take it out. At the moment, we are currently waiting for the Trill to come out, so basically the stablecoin itself, so we can get that released. We are hoping that that will be ready by end of Q2. Quick look at the coin value for 3 here also, and last week we saw it actually went up a couple of 100%. Since then it has done a few spikes, as you can see here on the 6th and then the 7th of April, but now it has traded sideways, and we saw a bit of a dip, just ending up with a lower coin price. Not that much, but still quite enough to be a bit concerned if this is actually coming back to the 5 cents at least that we started off with the platform on. The volume of trading seems to be down. You can see 32 million is the highest spike that we have here. It's still on the sell side. And if we have a look at CoinStore, there seems to be even higher spikes that has gone up, sort of at least for a short brief moment. Seems like a very volatile market, very nervous market here still. And the volume here is up to 230. Again, it looks like there is more sales than there's buys, and that is obviously why you now have seen again that the price is slightly down from last week. If we have a look at the money tree for week 14, we can see here that the Blaze broker has made a small little profit, 0.7% or $52, which is obviously not much. There hasn't been many trades either. On IG broker, there was certainly more trades, but not of the good kind. As you can see, we ended up with minus $168 or minus 2.3%. It continues to set some very strange 2 or 3 second trades in a series of 2 and 3 trades on top of that, and they are always in minus. We seem to have had a lot of those here lately, and it's only on the IG broker itself. So sounds like and looks like that the Blaze broker is the only one that seems to be able to handle the money tree in a fashion where you can actually make a bit of money out of it. And you can find more details and information, of course, on all this on our website, where you can both link up with the Blaze FX Blue link. You can see exactly what is happening, trading at the same time as we do within about a 60-second timeline normally, or you can go to the IG FX Blue link and also find more information, and you can see all the trades that it has taken over the last weeks and month. Now, the profit retriever seems to have done a bit better, even though that one here also is struggling a bit with the current market situation. 392 days in, monthly profits is still over plus 11%. But when you look at the net profit so far for April, we are down to 3,900. Obviously not very good compared to where we normally are. It has to do with a lot of drawdowns, especially on the metals, especially on the indexes, and some of the other currencies also seem to struggle a bit at the moment, closing some of the trades off and then starting new ones. But overall, still making money. We can also see that Alex from Expert Forex seems to have the same issue with a lot of his trading accounts at the moment. So it is not just us that are struggling with this. If we have a look at the profit retriever for week 14, the top 5 EAs here, we can see the US 30, which is the index part, is $429 or 4.3%. So that one did quite well, and that one is still doing okay. It's the other US 30 that is not doing so well at the moment. Euro New Zealand, 4% or $401. Aussie USD also in there, 382. 3.8%, Euro Japanese 303 or 3%, and then the top 5 here is a very low $1,828 or 3.7%. So definitely not a very good results, but still reasonable results if you're just looking at it on a day-to-day basis. Now, on top of everything that we have on the profit retriever, we have understood that some of the posts that we send out with these top 5 is not enough for people to figure out which ones they want to trade on. So we are now trying a new series, which we actually launched here on last weekend, showing you the top 10 profit retrievers. And we are basically looking at the profits that are made over the last 4 weeks, do a bit of a review on this, and then send it out on a weekly basis. It looks like the first one was well received, and obviously we hope that the next ones will do the same, because obviously a lot of information and detail goes into this on a weekly basis, but we're happy to do so. And hopefully it will continue to be a good help and assistance for the people who want to either trade the profit retriever themselves to figure out which currencies are the best, or if you are more interested in the copy link service, then there's also an opportunity to do that within our website. On one side, you have your copy link trading. It will show you all the videos we have in there for that. And if you're interested in buying and trading the other one yourself, then go to the profit retriever dark blue side here, and then click on that one, and you will get more information, including the FX Blue sites that we have in our portfolio. Now, Alex has also made a couple of videos this week, and he is showing the proven settings for the profit retriever robots. We can see that he's got about 15 there of the about 80 or 90 that is on the copy link trading, and he goes through some of the details itself for those settings. On top of this, he has also chosen here to have a closer look at the best performing EAs, trading robots, that he currently has. And he's showing that in a very short video there. And again, the profit retriever seems to be taking the top spot here. And then you can also see a bit on the trend traders that make money and other things in here. So it gives you a good idea of which EAs to basically bet on for the next months. And that's what we had in this week's news report. As always, we hope that you enjoyed the different news on the markets and on the different platforms and robots that we are working on. And I hope to see you on next week's news report. Bye-bye.
I hope you enjoyed our news report. So please don't forget to like and add your comment below, as we would love to get your feedback. But before you go, make sure you subscribe to the channel and don't forget to keep the notification bell turned on. That way, you will never miss any of our future videos. We hope to see you back on this channel very soon.